either way, dance aside, we're going to strut our stuff into this matchup. It's TeamOne, it's GODSENT. It's more Brazilian Counter-Strike. And this always seems to get me licking my lips. I don't know about you, Harry.
Yeah, man, I haven't got to see TeamOne yet over here on the mainstream, so that's exciting. Always a fan of these boys and what they're able to do. We've had some classic Malbs performances as well out of the guys, so let's see if we can get more of those. Fast long take for TeamOne.
Yeah, fast until it's not, but GODSENT got a bit of info, so they gamble up on that top site. We have a dumpster smoke and a flash to follow. Phelps, oh, he's seen some close feet, and he's going to start shooting faces. Damage done. They're already out into the site, though. Everyone's fighting. Taco's hiding, and Lato's baiting for him as they still try and get rid of Phelps. He's just playing with his food right now. Lato finally removed. Taco, the fly in the ointment in front of the site, cleaned up by Malbs with the double Glock shot. He still needs to plant as well. GODSENT have had to give up the site. And here they come in for the retake.
Oh, nice from PRT, and Malbs coming in with another bit of damage. It's not the killing blow to Barton, but asking him for the 1v3 might be one bridge too far. And indeed it is. TeamOne, they get themselves the pistol.
Yeah, nice recovery, considering GODSENT had a couple of nice kills there and plenty of time to rotate, with Phelps just buying time off the bank jiggle as well. Malbs, man, this guy's such a talent. Double entry with the Glock, the fade away from PRT, and the Malbs closes just with ease. Oh, always a delight to watch. Guns out in the second for both sides. GODSENT going to try and scout middle. Lato's got to give it up, though. Rest of the pistols jumping and spotting towards B. Oh, Malbs! Malbs! Chill.
You love it, mate. And you know, he's a man of classes, Malbs MD. He's got the fire serpent. It's a gentleman's skin for a gentleman's gun. Oh.
Get me out.
Phelps spams it once, and then just one Galil bullet goes through and kills him. Oh my God, what is happening? Get out of short. Taco never even saw them, just digged Malbs on the con rotation.
Get me out. It's a wild ride.
Every kill in this round has been bonkers.
High skill only.
What? Only one of them? You even got to, like, see the person you were killing?
Yeah, for a millisecond. For a moment. But now, still stacked down on B. GODSENT, they might be able to grab a MAC-10, but that's really all they're going to have going for them, as they can already hear the feet on that top site and defeat in this round.
God, I mean, you know, if that's what round 2 is like, there you go. God, what are the others gonna be like?
Oh, they're gonna be good.
This one's gone about as expected. You know, there was the weirdness from Taco's Deagle for a moment that maybe was like, oh, a chance? But in the end, was a community chest, and it's one that's been pillaged by TeamOne.
Yeah, so one more little eco round with a bit saved. You can drop over the Deeg. Check the tap. Lovely.
That is the
Spam.
response.
Yep, reasonable.
Then...
It's a little burst.
Then...
Bop, bop. Ah. Grimy, honestly. We love a wall bang. Big jug of water. Always got to stay hydrated. It is key.
You like jugs?
Quite a lot, actually. Mason jars, always a great way to consume. You know, this little eco buy is still going to be pretty good, right? You save some stuff, you can drop over the Deagle, keep the SMGs. And now barrel player trapped. Oh, Taco swings out in time as the nade comes in to follow up. There's one monster man in the name of Bartin. Malbs, careful, they're up close. Oh, they've stopped looking the flash, and he hears the steps, but he can't stop Taco from getting what he wants. And Dumal running shot. No way. They're going to steal away the eco. TeamOne, get out of B. Get out of Dodge. But if you do, you'll give guns over.
Yeah, the B holds have looked sound. Like, and you know, obviously, with 3 rounds in, like, they've gone B once, and this is it. But
well, even get into B
that's what I was going to say. Even when as well, like, you try to take short water, right? You still have like fights go either which way when there isn't really a lot for GODSENT to fall back on. This is clean. It's concise. They've wrecked him here twice, and now just Maluki left standing in the 1v4. He's got a lot of time on his side. But that's really where the pros list starts to end and the cons list is ever growing. This pro's going to go up through con and look to hold on to the AK.
Nice. Damn, Harry. Got bars, man. Put it on the mixtape. When are you writing a song about me?
Yeah, all my songs are about you, Hugo.
Harry.
Yeah, you're my muse. But for Maluki, his time is running out.
Yeah.
That's a Muse song.
I was gonna make it. Why do you do that? I was gonna give another Muse song.
Oh, they've been sucked into the supermassive black hole.
Oh, it's great because we've actually explained the joke there, so now you really know that you gotta laugh. It's the equivalent of, you know, going to a Jimmy Kimmel show live and they play the sign at the top that says "Laugh now," you know, because the guy's not funny.
God, did they say that loud? Yeah.
I did cut my hands over the mic. It's really, really awful. All right. Madness aside, we're back into a gun round, if you want to call it that. Malbs, hey, every D round is a gun round for him. He can get it done no matter what gun. And GODSENT have an AWP. Lato wielding it with the mid-spawn. Malbs just takes a free nade. And Lato gets out of there. Pretty sad. PRT getting dunked on too. It's no easier. Heavy Monster setup, and that's going to be needed as this is a little flash pop play through Monster. Full blind for Bartin. He removes XNS and Malbs runs out of ammo. They both do. Pistol out, but Malbs is not ready. And Pesadeo doubles down, but gets swung by Monster. Maluki trades by, or saves Pesadeo by shooting through him. 1 health, the difference after that HE. Dumal runs a Molotov and he at least gets 1. They can't hunt him down. Lato, low health with the AWP, picks up another, and Maluki misses the timing, but knows the positions of both. Can his big brain put it together? Piece around here for TeamOne. Clears water and now realizes that if they're not bridge, they've backed up.
Oh, but Lato's going up to A, making sure that bomb hasn't left. It never did leave. It's still here. Maluki looking to get it planted. Oh my God, Lato's spamming as well. He will get the bomb down, so Maluki given room to attempt the clutch. He's seen an arm, but he's got to take a leg. They're pressuring him, both players over the bridge, both players running him down. Maluki falters, and Dumao is there to lock it in. So GODSENT arrive with a second. And, you know, I've just kind of been consistently impressed with what we're able to get out of this GODSENT squad. Yeah. I really have been. And I like a lot of the pieces in it as well. Great to keep up with Taco and see him, you know, like getting molded into this leadership figure. I also love that him and Fallen still keep up that degree of contact between the two of them. That was something he said back to back at the summit RMR. He said that, you know, Fallen does occasionally weigh in with like tips and advice and things to try and give him a bit of an edge. So nice to see that that friendship's still blossoming.
Yeah, Taco very humble. We saw that little pre-game skit where he talked about how he didn't want to just compare past achievements. Right, CS is an ever-changing, ever-developing game. And it's hard to get back to the top, but I respect those major winners who are still trying to get there.
Oh my God.
Even if they get mauled in Monster. Well, GODSENT are the ones doing the mauling this time around at least. Taco trying to get involved and just hopping out onto the sidelines, let his team do the rest. He's low.
It's quick, it's clean, it's what you want out of GODSENT. They put a stop to the attempt at the B rush. And man, I don't know. TeamOne, like, eventually they might just have to, you know, start reconsidering even trying to take this B-bomb site, but it's kind of terrifying to admit that level of respect to your opponent early on.
We've had a lot of low econ rounds as well. It's been a bit mishmash, right? It's the TeamOne, you know, they lose on their bonuses. Like, that's only going to dig that hole deeper. So, yeah, running through Monster with Glocks and Techs is not going to go well, but TeamOne going for more default rounds, taking water, getting connector, playing for A, and then running those rotates up and down. That's more what I want to see, and we're probably going to get that. Pesadeo lurking outside B, and the rest of Team 1 working that mid-hold. The LT checking Con. Smoked off, but it's one way. Dumal, I mean, that's perfect. He drops it on the molly, and he finds a good gap to find PRT. Even gets out of dodge as well. Escapes to the bomb site. Ooh, Phelps on the reload.
Alps doesn't get away with the kill, though. You would have loved it. You would have loved that opener. It has put the fear in GODSENT, leaning to a pretty heavy presence up on this A bomb site, but Team1 slowing it down. They don't have to commit yet. They do have this connector control, and that comes in real handy if you want to go for these last minute, you know, changes of heart. As they start to up and leave it, you're always going to be concerned about a player, you know, taking short water away. And so as they commit into A, you know, their hands are kind of tied here. They're dedicated to this one.
Yeah, Flash won't do much to Lato. He's ready for another on the re-peak. Phelps waiting at long, and they don't check him. They line up, in fact, almost 3-4 Phelps. 2 will do, and Lato now needs to finish the job started by his side. It's nice and clean for GODSENT. Look at how quick they are on the rotates as well. And that's somewhat off the back of just having so many of these loud B rounds. These approaches towards water for Team 1 where it's been obvious our numbers are there. As soon as GODSENT, you know, see some progress towards A, see a couple of smokes, they just run those rotates, man. They don't second guess, they don't doubt. And this is when you're going to need to start throwing in fakes if you're Team 1 and trying to get GODSENT out of position, or you're going to be continuing to walk into stacks. Hard to do that in a round like this, though. 2 smokes, and it's otherwise the eco. This mid-molly is so late, it won't matter. They're already up past.
I almost wonder, like, what's the point in throwing it at that point in time? Like, it's a shame you did the jump throw, but just before the nade was out, so it never actually comes in. Oh. Blow the con door off. This is something you see more and more. It's like very meta now to have that door off. Makes the spam even more dangerous. Lato spots a couple of guys out through con, but the flash did leave him blind. He doesn't know exact numbers, just that they're there.
Yeah, lurk smoke is nice, but you don't have any more flashes. So Lato, as long as he's accurate, he should be able to give us some goods here. Oh no, he's just trying to, he steals the long kill. Dumal steals one right back though. Oh, it's getting a bit weird. He kind of left Phelps out to die there, looking back from the short side, but luckily it won't cost you the round. Malbs, he's grabbed the gun, but 1-on-4, he's gonna get denied at the first hurdle. Yeah, I feel for Phelps. He's about to win his long fight versus the pistol, and then Lato's like, you know what, I want that kill. Steals it. And at that point, Phelps gets overwhelmed from short, which Lato should and could have been covering. 5-2, and we need something big out of Team 1.
Yeah, Maluki's been a little bit absent so far. Hopefully getting a Don this AWP. You know, this is where we can have a bit of a turnaround out of him. Lato with his taking a mid-peak. Flash goes over. He's left blind. Doesn't hang around and decide to fight.
Nice.
So TeamOne giving a bit of respect over a middle, but while GODSENT give with one hand, they'll take with the other. Taco is cleared out Monster.
Yeah, and this is going to allow another one of those A-stacks. They have been doing such good work to GODSENT in this map. Just having numbers in the right place, the early info plays as Taco's still on the big flank. It will take him some serious time to get this set up though, but he does leave Barton down on B alone to watch Con to make sure they don't late rotate down. Even at this point, GODSENT are expecting some fakery. You have to get contact on A, but the close setup is really dirty. Just means Lato has to hit his shot. Suddenly the whole thing is going to get corrupted. Molly and toilets means that player has to push forward. Phelps, they want him to. They nade close as well. 2 CTs up in front of the smoke and nothing to replenish it.
This is odd.
Yeah.
Taco's flank as well. Like the more time you're buying, the more valuable Taco is. The trade goes either way, but now you might discount Dumao. Now you might write him off entirely. Dumao with the double through the smoke, not the third. Pesadillo, the nightmare, will trade that one out. But remember when we talked about Taco? Remember when we talked about the Taco wraparound? Well, it could be the thing that wins the round as it drops the bomb over on short. PRT now in what was a 1-on-3, but he's running out of time. He's running out of chances. And over at the truck, Barton dances, puts up 6 on the board for GODSENT. Dude, I can't help but be, a fan of this team and what Taco's been able to do with it. Because this was something we said just yesterday in that 0-0 Nation game, right? Like, the calling in that Vertigo match was brilliant from Taco. Don't get me wrong, they weren't really tested, right? But it's keeping up here versus TeamOne as well. Like, so often, when the A play's coming in, the stack is there. It's always well-founded. It's always in the right place.
Yeah, one thing that I thought earlier was just spawn-based. It might even be map-based, is Lato's been playing a lot of AWP this game, and we haven't really seen Dumao don it yet. So I haven't caught a GODSENT Overpass game before. Maybe it's just a map comfort thing and a position-based thing. But yeah, obviously had a lot of spawns earlier on. Now it just keeps up as well. So, Dumao's rifling really well. And, these players can both cover both roles, but it is typically Dumao on that AWP. Either way, no complaints. The results are speaking for themselves. A door spam through. Got to be careful with those jumps. We've seen them elude lives here for GODSENT. Here's that orb mid, and they're coming up con. Oh, Lato, he's always getting out of position right as they get set up, but he knows his timings. They could be up toilets. You don't want to risk just being in the open, and the flash anyway would have caused problems, so out he goes. Bomb retreating from the B bomb site. Malbs, solo rifle in this round. See, Malbs, he is the Guatemalan player, but TeamOne, they are the Brazilian stars, so let's hope Malbs can shine bright. Pick up this round solo.
Oh, already a lot of damage done. This is the fake A play, and GODSENT did have a third man up on A, but Barton's dropped into the site, wanting to have someone in here, right, to actually try and hold this back. But look at the speed of these rotations, mate. This is what I'm saying with GODSENT. They are no slouches with the rotate. Phelps gonna mop it up with 4 down through con. And bro, like before TeamOne, who are trying to pull the wool over your eyes, by the way, who are like trying to misdirect the flow of everything, before they're even set up and have their utility into that B site, Phelps is already down con. There's 4 players incumbent in the B bomb site. Every day I find myself getting more and more impressed with what Taco's been able to do to this team and how good the other guns are looking around him.
Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. Maluki needs to get going, but he's gotten gone instead. Lato again. Early mid-peak and finding something from it this time. TeamOne at least making a bit more noise out of B this time around, right? It's going to keep rotates down lower. All right, what's this? Are we just doing jump shots? Or are you going to bait? Oh, you're getting info. That's cool as well, right? Taco's going to make noise. If there was anyone under him, they'd look, and then Barton re-aggresses. That's such a nerdy way of taking short water. Distracting for TeamOne. They're not there yet, but they're about to be. Pesadillo in the tunnel. XNS has Maluki's AWP, and he's going to be holding mid, but Pesadillo dead at that B-bomb site. Nice angle for Barton. Oh, he did hit the tag. It goes both ways, but a 13 damage shot from the bomb site is not going to be much of a problem. Phelps is low. And Lato still in the toilet. Gonna have that flick left. Yeah, that's a dangerous angle. They could just walk up on you. He couldn't even see them till it was already too late. Still 2 players on the GODSENT A site and a rotate coming as well. PRT hasn't seen the barrel. It's a perfect tuck from Dumao.
Oh yeah, TeamOne with the swing, bomb denial, Malb's dead. The guy planting XNS with a lot to do, and up through Con, and now in party, there's a guy on the backstab as well. So even though he's getting these kills, it's all on a timer. It's all on taco time, baby. As he puts 8 on the board for GODSENT. And man, like, you know, you get Barton in the server versus his old team, versus the guys he used to call friends, but that friendship gone now, mate. He's tearing them down.
Yeah, just every B like every B walk play. You know, you said it earlier, Harry. Like, oh, I think TeamOne needs to get out of this B site. These heavy 4 or 5 players at the B, you know, Water and Monster aren't really working. And since you said that, they have been going for these more A standard rounds. But even with one lurker at B, as soon as GODSENT kill him, they just push, man. They either flank Con or they go all the way wrapping through T-spawn. We've seen Taco do that twice. And so not only does that ensure your stack, but it also just means you know it's not B, you have a backstab. If things do go wrong in A, which they rarely have been, Taco's right behind you. So I don't know, this is a perfect round for GODSENT, and TeamOne just can't get it going.
Yeah, man, you know, like you've had these moves within the BRC, and right, I think most notably there was obviously Henny out of Furia, going to 0-0 Nation. That one maybe not looking like the best of moves, but hey, I'm always down for that to develop. The other one that went on kind of quietly alongside that was as TeamOne were really hitting their stride, hitting their peak, was Barton left to join up with Taco and, you know, like integrate himself within this GODSENT squad. And mate, like, looking like greener pastures perhaps. Still time for TeamOne to take, you know, ownership of this game, but it's not looking good. They are getting consistently outread, outmaneuvered here. It would be a shame as well, because like I know that TeamOne hold their expectations highly, right? Like they were one of these teams that were on the rise, on the up and up. I think it was what, New York last year where they ended up making that run happen. Of course, Malbs is one of the big talking points. I think he's someone who's definitely got a bright future ahead of him. Just on like work ethic alone, let alone his incredible results in the server. Sad part for me in this one is Maluki's still just having a bit of a non-starter. Like when he's in his element, Maluki can be such a pivotal player, but right now as well, as the guy, you know, leading the squad, it's always awkward when you're quiet and you're not one of these IGLs that can really afford to go quiet. You don't have that ability to just focus up and hone in on your own game, right? Like you're having to direct the flow of everyone else while trying to recover, and that is not an enviable position to be in. That is a very clean anti-eco round out of GODSENT, and the scoreline is just racking up in their favor.
Phelps is cleaning house, man, with this A1S. It's very pretty in his hands, especially on these anti-ecos. He's been multi-killing a lot of them. Like I said, the Orb swap Lato's been really good at opening duels as well. And Dumao has just been having no problem on the rifle. Never has, but still comfortable giving it over. Lato 3-0 in those opening duels, as is Barton. And yeah, quite the pickup indeed, taking down TeamOne. And, you know, usually we look to Malbs to be this, like, hero-saving games, you know, coming on incredible runs, but even, you know, like, it's not like he's having a bad game, but it's not lights out. It's not saving TeamOne. They're not getting into any good positions, let alone your post-plants. The first couple of rounds were close, right? But ever since that forced buy win came in from GODSENT, that saved half buy, it has been all GODSENT. Lato now v Maluki again.
I mean, yeah, you're just getting beaten across the board, right? Like your top player is the same as their bottom player right now. You know, it is just like an outclassing, an outmaneuvering. Dumao with the boost. Malbs is going to catch him. Malbs is the anti-boost, mate.
Yeah. He will ban you. Get off that new account. Do it on your main. Do it on LAN. It's an opener. Where will they go with it? PRT needs to clear Con. Phelps is still here. He knows he's spamming the smoke, but Phelps almost getting baited into swing. He's going to get spotted and dealt with by PRT. 5 on 3. If you lose this one, you're going to be mad. A bomb's coming out mid alone, though. Little worrying, but luckily Lato's back in the bomb site. Luke's still making risk happen, and Barton re-aggroing on short, gets out without dying, fortunately. Still leaning B are GODSENT, but up connector go TeamOne. Okay, no, now down they go. PRT does still stay on that A site, looking to fake it out perhaps, but he doesn't have util to do so. The one flash out.
It looks like Taco has just made the call that this is sounding like a fake. Now, you know that whether or not it's a fake hinges on if PRT actually gets into the site. And now that you hear that, it's going to dawn on you that, well, they're probably going to bring that bomb up into A. It's a shame because it felt like GODSENT knew exactly what was happening and what all this info meant. They had everyone in the right place as it was poised to be the B hit, but then, you know, you hear that player getting up into the A site, and with 20 seconds still left, it was going to be the follow-through, the commitment.
Just enough time.
Temporarily, there's a 3-on-4 in the site, and GODSENT is still poised like they're interested on giving this one a look in.
Max money, man. Why would you not? At worst case, you're going to bully them and take some guns away and keep that money fresh for a reset. You are being flanked, though. You said it yourself, Harry. The walk B is being read, at least. Latto not ready for the right side of the flick down. 3-on-3. There's no time for the round, but a bit of damage is something here for GODSENT. TeamOne on the board, though. That little lurk that could for PRT just walks into A, and yet a lot of teams would have just popped into B anyway, but it's not like he was faking it. He cleaned out everything, and TeamOne get there just enough time remaining for the plant. Oh. And that's more what we wanted, right? Like faking. Even though it wasn't per se a fake, TeamOne weren't like execing B to keep rotates there. GODSENT just made the initial read and it comes back to bite them. There's a world that, you know, Latto stays on A, kills the walking PRT, and then at that point you're insured on your B site. But even then,
yeah,
I'm glad TeamOne convert a 5-on-3.
It was one of those, you know, for GODSENT, it was like one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. If you wait for that lurk, well, then you're playing into what TeamOne wanted. By not waiting for it, you let him clear out A. So really, you know, I think they tried to make the best out of a bad situation. Oh, no. Taco! This guy doesn't see walls, bro! He's shooting them through it again! Don't go back in for more, Taco. Leave him alone.
Is it the boost play? Are you going to jump shot? Distract for a re-aggro from Barton. He's done damage. Jump shots attempted, but you don't want to get caught mid-air. 5-on-4. It's a cool idea. You get a bit of info for that, you know? No one's pre-aiming that, especially when Mouse has been dunking you on your jumps and your boosts. It does make sense to try a different approach. A little smoke, but they're boosting yet again. And Mesideo's just looked away. Oh, timing is everything. And Taka refights back in. I like that they lined up that angle. They knew exactly how much room they had to move on that top player's head. It's not just a random boost where you fall off when you're trying to take a fight. He knew he could play safe from the connector and still re-peek. Lining up on the woodwork. Electronic smoke in. Barton has a bit of cover. TeamOne trying to execute, but it's 3-on-5 the other way.
Yeah, mate, and you know, you're walking into a three-man stack with the AWP over in heaven to help out. Like, this is, at best, an even odds bout with all these smokes down. Shooting over the top is Barton. And helped out by Dumau and Phelps. They're going to lock in the round 10-3, double digits for GODSENT. Dude, I'm so keen as to what we're getting out of these boys right now. I really am. It feels like, and this is something this was like a comment we made back at the summit, RMR. I know I keep referencing it.
No, it's very apt.
It is very apt. You know, one of the things we said, because back then GODSENT were a little more fresh-faced, right? It was a little more raw. Is like this idea of Taco adapting to a leadership role. Could he go on like the Apex trajectory? Hang on a moment, they're employing the boost up here. I'll hold my thought just to see if this nets them anything, but it won't. No one playing heaven. But yeah, man, you know, we were kind of saying, like, could you go on this Apex trajectory? You go into a new role, a leadership role, and does that, like, reinvigorate you? It feels like he's come a long way in terms of his leadership and the things he likes to call. Awkward for Barton as he spammed out through the smoke. That early advantage, we've already seen TeamOne get these kind of rounds over the line.
The reason Barton's making that play is like every time TeamOne have come lower, they've announced it, right? They've been spamming the smoke early, they've been nading it, and GODSENT didn't have any mid-info because of the smoke on the Molotov. So it's not like TeamOne it's not like GODSENT ever knew that was even a stack up, a full boost. You sometimes can find out. GODSENT didn't have that info, so Barton tried to make that aggressive monster play that him and Taco have been doing in many rounds in flanking these A executes. But still traded, isn't it? You're not worried yet, but that might cause some concern. Malbs has also opened up after Maluki drops an AWP, and Malbs has doubled down in the bomb site, giving a pathway here for TeamOne. Nade won't do much. It's not going to change the outcome. Lato, you don't want to save with 13 grand, but you also can't win the round.
It's kind of nice, like, you know, there's no pressure on saving. Like, you can give this a look in, man.
Real stats players go for it here because they already have an AWP, so you're not giving them anything. And you can buy physically everything in the last round of the half. So, really, if you want me to be far too analytical, you shouldn't even be saving here. You should be going for stats. You should be going for a rating. It's too late, mate. They've left. But it doesn't matter, does it? KD player.
I can't imagine you're going to get away with that kind of opener again.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, first bullet at Pesadella landed on the ground around Barton, and what that does is, I think it was, there was a big clip of, I'm pretty sure it was Flusher doing that.
Flusher?
Yeah, a little while ago now. You shoot at the ground, it kicks up dust, and then that sometimes causes the smoke bug render where you can see, you know, a person blocking the light from the dust getting kicked up, so it gives you like a silhouette in the smoke. I almost wonder if that's why he seemed to just get beamed down after those first few shots. Well, Barton wants his revenge. It's him now, dishing out the beamers. Here he is, traded after one. Pesadelo and Khan will reclaim Phelps, and so we're into this 4-on-3 early, admittedly with damage done. Oh, Maluki, low on HP, puts his stop to the Khan aggro, and TeamOne are eyeing up that 5-10 half.
Yeah, nice call for Pesadero. Even though he takes down one, he doesn't get ahead of himself. He calls his team to watch out and smoke Con. They could come down right now, and there's two guys monster watching for that play. GODSENT finally getting beat back at this B-bomb site. It took a whole half for it to happen, but TeamOne finding 3 at the end of the half here, unless Taco and Lato can lock in the 2-on-4. And again, we have this info play on the A site. I love this from Malbs. You know, either it's the same as PRT doing it in that 5-on-3. Either you draw rotates up, and in that case, get info. You know, even splitting them 1-for-1 here, right? If Malbs just dies, he tells his team, at least one is A, just pop into B right now. You have a 3-on-1, and it can be better than that. Malbs could even get this kill and open up the red carpet. They might have time for him to even flank. But do they want to rotate, or does he want to go further? Because the AWP is still here. And nothing worse than the bomb going up and then Malbs dying now. If Lato kills Malbs during the rotate, that's where it's awkward. Go back to B.
Yeah.
They say run down lower. Luckily enough, that re-aggression from Taco gets punished.
Dude, that is such a shame that the re-aggro comes in. The molly could be kind of big. Smoke on it, but with damage done, the nade goes in, and the connection from Lato can't be found to stop the bomb plot. That was really the only way you could have won it. Now you've got to pull off the 1v3. Now you've got to win the clutch. Your chance at gimmicking your way to a round win is out the window. No playing for KD now. Lato, last round of the half, he's going to give it all he's got. But up close, waiting in the wings, the moment he makes noise, the moment he swings, he's dead to Pesadelo. And there it is, 5-10, TeamOne. They've got a chance. They've salvaged this first half of play with something. But is it going to be enough to stop GODSENT in their tracks?
Eu pego a AWP, peguei a AWP.
Cara, aí.
Tapão. Boa.
Nice.
Boa.
Yeah, good fast. So my toughest opponent in my group, it's like Fury and GODSENT outside, because we have played against them like a lot of times, and I think like they're really good. They have been showing a a lot of great performance. So yeah, I think it's gonna be like the toughest players or team to play against.
Look into my face. Tell me now why you want to wait. Running, running.
GODSENT lead the way after a convincing first half. Look at that, in tandem sipping from the boys. TeamOne coming in, trying to pull up with 5 rounds at the end of the half. Is that going to be enough? It's really hinging, this comeback on hitting the ground running to open up this second half of play. If you let GODSENT win a pistol, if you let them start to run away with this, then you might never catch up.
Yeah, right now, it's not a marathon. It's a sprint, Harry. It's the inverse, the opposite, and GODSENT are looking to, knife their team in the back, apparently. That's one way to do it. Lato on hard mode right now. Luckily, USB headshots are more commonplace than not, so might not make a difference. And it's only a left click, so you won't be in the kill feed. So the shame is only temporary. Late mid, but Pesideo holds on, so he still gets that info that GODSENT are going for the A play. Double con, double toilet, and GODSENT fake it out. I like that. Dropping back into lower where only one man sits. It will have to be a retake round. You've got to go soon, though, because TeamOne is still with this heavy setup, waiting for the mid pop. At a certain point, they get confused.
Mate, there is one guy in the B site. I almost don't even like that XNS is here, because if he dies, then it's the 5-on-4, and this double comrade might be meaningless. He needs one, and it's very ugly. Bomb now going down. The first man in from the com flank removed. It's a very quick 5-on-3, turn 5-on-4. Admittedly, Pesideo doing what he can, but the wrap from Vaco, Taco, backstab, double up, and there's the pistol for GODSENT.
I just love the calling. I know you've been hyping it up all day. We saw it on Vertigo yesterday. Think about how good some of these fake outs were. Like, GODSENT love playing with their opponent's minds, and that's such a good example of it. Obviously, this setup leans into the favor of GODSENT with, just out of the gate, you're double mid, you double con, you single B, you're not moving. You're just believing no matter what you see. But even there, GODSENT just confirmed. They sell them down the river by showing mid and going back late.
If I were to look at that one back, I almost wish that XNS was playing like CT, for the retake, so you still get the info. You can still say, yeah, they're in B. But it's like where he was, if he didn't go 1-for-1, at worst. You know, that was already a scuffed round. Malbs Deagle, we all love the Malbs Deagle. Everyone, moment of silence for the Malbs Deagle, because you got to respect it. And now that we've done enough respecting, it's going to be inspecting over towards Con. A little clear out. Malbs with the dig up close. It's only the tag. And now Whittle down himself. He's looking worse for wear. Wrapped and dealt with by Lato. Man advantage taken for GODSENT.
Yeah, they're just going to commit, doubling down now. Plenty of util. Lurk smoke to get them closer to the Deagles. And these MAC-10s can jump through with no fear. On retrieve, Molly pushes Pesadeo out into the open. And Taco trying to clear this last man. It's a perfect flashbang from Dumao. PRT could not see anything. And XNS trapped back down in CT spawn. 1-on-4, just looking for anything. See AK out at least, but they're not going to be feeding you. He reroutes. He's just saving. Getting out with the gun. But not much to play with. Dumao is already here to remove him from the round. Deny that save. Oh, no drive-by today. 12-5, Harry said it, the pistol and the conversions come in. Suddenly, you're in a worrisome situation. Well, that much looks to be the case.
Yeah, it's especially true for really any CT half, but even more so on some of these more utility-heavy maps, which, you know, it feels disingenuous to say that any map isn't very utility-heavy. But you get my drift, right? You're coming in with rifles up against 13-5, and then if you don't win that, it's over. It's done, essentially. You know, you go 14-5 down at that point, you'd be moving into either an eco and relying on a 10-round comeback, or you're forcing till the end of the game. So TeamOne have got a rifle round between them and this matchup really slipping away from them. This is a fast, clean anti-eco out of GODSENT, and I wouldn't want anything less.
Ooh. No, they're already up and past, too fast, and Pesadeo gonna get run down. Nice and clean for GODSENT. Not even taking casualties, but now, though any time to dish out some deaths, it would be this moment here. Maluki, he's had a real sleep. I mean, we got 3 players, Harry, with 4 and 5 kills over on the side of TeamOne. Just individually getting outmatched. And I wonder where this AWP goes when, or more like if we see it on this T side, right? Something to keep in mind.
This rifle round really decides the fate of TeamOne. The pressure is on. If they do not perform here, if this one up against the bonus round slips away, yeah, Malbs, of course, he's ready for the boost up on the slide. Why not? Kind of fun in his playground, mate.
You jump, he'll tap you. But the A4 will only ding. I'm actually shocked that TeamOne are running 4 A4s in this round. If there's one thing that is just objectively clear, AE1S is better. I get not, you know, being adjusted to the spray yet, and the idea that, you know, 5 less bullets does make a difference. It really does. But for money alone, in a game where the CT money is really a cause for concern, it's a big problem right now. That's a real surprise to see 4 A4s. No one has read the patch notes. Maluki in middle.
Look at the lack of utility and play across the board. This is going to be a very buggy round. Maluki with the missed opener. And now Malbs having to do it all up in the A-bomb site. They're wrapping him. They're all around him up in the toilets. He drops the bomb. Malbs shot in the back and gone after the double. Lato's already going deep, already in the bank. He's got dollar signs in the eyes, and he's looking to make money. There's one, and even spots XNS as well on the rotation up. We said that TeamOne needed this round. Well, they don't get it. They fall to the bonus round attempt out of GODSENT. They call an attack pause, but really all this is letting you do is sit here and come to terms with the very grim reality that this game is no longer in your hands.
Yeah, this is incredible for GODSENT, and they're really shaking up the group as well, Harry. I don't want to get all doom and gloom, right, with O Nation, 0-4, and TeamOne likely going 1-2. GODSENT, the team that they're trifling with is EG, and mainly Triumph, who we've already all seen Twitter tonight. Guys, calm down, it's fine, but, well, it's not fine. For Triumph as
unacceptable. Actually.
Yeah, we won't get into it too much. Everyone knows what's up. But with you know, them forfeiting their game, it's gonna leave us in a world where it's impossible GODSENT can steal this spot over Triumph. This is still EG to contend with, but we kind of have higher expectations of the Furies, of the EGs. For GODSENT, this is a massive win if they can convert. And for a team like Triumph getting washed aside, that's going to be a real hurting one. (14-5), and Deagles are out. Even then, you're playing for overtime. Desperate. Nades for Monster. 4 on B. But GODSENT, they can have cleared so much of the map by the time that even matters.
Oh, that was a deeper flash, so Maluki not blind to it. It's a shame, man. If that went a little shallower, you would have got the spam out of him. You would have known that that Deagle was up close. That said, Maluki could still just get left in the dust here. Lato needs to check it, and he will. And so the point man dead. The rotation down to B, and a monster smoke going in. It's not the B play, boys. I don't want to be the one to tell you, but they're in A already. They've taken it from you. You've traded places. And there's no saving faces. You know, the nade stack, the bomb wasn't even tapped. That is a real mystery as to why they went in so soon.
You presume at that point, right? There's a lot of noise. You're pretty far away, actually, back in CT from where you line them up as well. It will overwhelm Phelps, and a couple of Ds come out, but you're not worried yet. Lato's here to dispel any concern, and he's getting spammed, but defusing is pretty improbable at this point. They smoke off Lato. He still dies, but Taco has the round in the palm of his hand. He's all the stands, but they're not even thinking about B. He's walked all the way up from lower, and he's won the round. And maybe the game. He doesn't even take them both. Insult to injury. Taco just lives, and he rings the Taco bell. Dinner is served for Besadeo.
Hey!
Love it.
Taco hits them with the crunch wrap supreme up through the B site, baby. 15 on the board for GODSENT. And it's so hard to not be enamored with this team, man. It's so hard to not be invested behind them. This is a real convincing scoreline, you know. And even though TeamOne have had their fair share of trials and tribulations and maybe aren't the terrifying team they once were, taking them down like this, that's impressive.
Yeah, this is as one-sided as they get, pretty much. And TeamOne, another AWP for Maluki. The one time we saw on the CT side, he just completely whiffed a sitter, man. He whiffed on a player walking on him. He has to hit something here for his own sake, if nothing else. Oh, I think Phelps saw him. Oh, I think Phelps did. No. Maluki's got the drop, finally. One of the very few opening kills he has converted. He is now 1-4 in those first fights. XNS has killed Taco outside of B. GODSENT still look longingly into the lower bomb site, and with this deep long setup getting adjusted, they're going to draw down Pesadeo in time with a bulk of utility. So GODSENT, no free entrance to B just yet.
Smoke's gonna fade XNS. You know, he's got those 5 extra bullets. Let's see if that helps him. There's the first man down. 10 left in the mag. Would only have 6 right now. He doesn't actually have 10. He has 11. But I rounded down, and here he is, blinded, dead, struck aside. God, these flashes are relentless. They've denied the monster aggro. It's a full rotation out of TeamOne. And, you know, you try and do what you can there, but you know your chances of saving that round were low if you GODSENT. You're realists, even if you do believe in yourselves. TeamOne are up on a 6, but it is still a long way to go to make this comeback happen. A double AWP bought out. Pesadeo donning one alongside Maluki. But is this all in vain for TeamOne?
Does feel likely. We've not even had to see the T-side up here for GODSENT. They've barely shown anything. They're saving their strats for the major right now and looking to lock in spots. This game wouldn't do it. Get them one step closer. Pesadeo fires off in middle and backs out, but can he get out in time? He's now trapped in toilet jumping. Oh, and with Phelps there, you know he's ready to receive. Down to 20. Phelps closer up in the toilets. You've just seen an AWP. You shouldn't expect a rifle here as well, but Phelps going through. Malbs gets his sweet revenge. Oh, not going to get much further back though. Lato spams in response. And GODSENT, yep, much like the pistol, they show heavy mid. They immediately reset, running down onto a lower site where only 2 CTs sit. None of the AWPs and all of the problems.
Yeah, man, if those double AWPs are left in the retake, you are going to be a little sour about that one. As you say, it's the 2 rifles here to try and hold the line.
Someone get the bomb, please? Oh, we don't need a flash. We're full contact, mate.
Okay, we'll accept one eventually. Getting deep, PRT tagged up, he doesn't clear water, and so XNS gets that kill for free.
Whoa.
Now blinded, now off the angle, trapped in here. Maluki's gonna help out and do what he can, but it's Lato, oh, needs to get the reload off. Just Dumao left standing, and he knows about that other AWP. He saw it, he knows what's up, and he's hunting you down now. We'll decide against it, he doesn't have the time.
He's on the bridge.
He's dropped. The bomb up above him has to go back for it. Still in with the chance at the plant. The molly arriving far too late to the scene. Dumao barely even tickled by it. And he wants to end this. He's looking for the fight.
Oh, no.
That's a decision he'll come to regret. Pesadello closes it out, 20 HP. And Dumao, you know, nothing wrong with feeling confident, wanting to just get it over and done with. But if he did fall back, if he did play that safer, could have very well been his.
Almost certainly would have been the game, right? That's a 15-6 play right there. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, he would have liked just to close rather than cause any more worry. There's not a lot of it. Yeah, Pesadeo on the perfect angle. But it's all good. You got time, you got room to breathe if you're GODSENT. That was your second CT or round given up to the CT side. Double AWP will continue though as a result. And the first timeout actually called for GODSENT. They just want to cook something up that will close it here and now. Probably giving Dumao a little bit of a talking to, mate. Don't do that again. Okay, you wouldn't do that in a major final, would you? No, didn't think so.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. He's just feeling full confident, bless him. Yeah. And on top of that, you're hoping that if Pesadello's feeling one thing, it's nervous and anticipating you're going to play it safe. But it's like, nope, he's holding for you. Now they try to accelerate the pace in through middle. Maluki and Malbs here trying to hold the line. Between the two of them, they both get a kill apiece. That bomb out in the open. Oh, Malbs will get traded, and that AWP can't answer back just yet. The rest of the boys are in through long, and Pesadello misses that shot. The AWP still in toilets, still needs to be dealt with. The bomb still needs to be grabbed, and so they're having to go back and flush out Maluki. Phelps making noise. Maluki's turned around to deal with him and is now waiting for this swing. Ooh. Getting aggro. That's not a... Oh, it was the flash. It pops late. I thought they fake flashed it for a moment.
No,
I didn't hear it, yeah.
I didn't hear it either, but it worked out, worked wonders. They're dropping B, mate. This is a 2-on-4. This was not a round you were supposed to be closing it on. You had that mid-crunch for Maluki, but he got pushed off the angle, and Lato runs through. No fear. Why would you have some? Now you should probably pull back, right? 2-on-1. This time you say, look, Dumao's dead. We ain't making that same mistake. It's, again, this all for Pesadeo, but will Phelps
Dumao's saying, face him, fight him.
Do it.
Pesadelo would love a fight. He would love a fight. He'd love you to give him a reason to believe, a chance. And they might look to double swing him. They're both poised in a way that looks likely. And there it is. Phelps with the swing. They lock in the victory. GODSENT with a dominant performance over TeamOne.